Okay class, welcome all of you. I am Durgesh Kumar Pandey. I am going to explain a chapter in the political science, and name of this chapter is The Challenge of a National Building. Class, you know, when our country was got independence on 15 August 1947, class, when our country was got the independence, there was many challenges. You know, class, India got the independence, and independence come with the partition. Okay, तो 15 अगस्त आज़ादी आई पार्टीशन के साथ, बंटवारे के साथ, एंड इंडिया एंड पाकिस्तान वाज now new two countries come into existence. दो कंट्रियों का अस्तित्व, and you know the two nation theory advanced by the Muslim League. According to this, a country Pakistan was made for the Muslim peoples, and the remaining part is known as India or Bharat. After the independence, India was adopted a policy of secularism. It means our prominent leader like Mahatma Gandhi, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, and some other leader, they were choose the path of secularism. Means every person is tolerate. Every person have a tolerance of for another person. Okay class, so we are going to discuss the some challenges after we are getting the independence. You know class, your next revision text will schedule. So according to this, I again revise this topic because your next revision test is belonging to this. Okay, and this chapter challenges of national building is in your course. So today I also revise this topic. You know class, what are the challenges of national building? You know, basically three types are the challenges we are looking in the previous after the independence. The first challenge of nation building. Challenge of nation building. You know class, the first challenge is nation building. Okay, you know India was got the independence on 15 August 1947. On that time, India had more than 565 princely states, and there are so many provinces. Provinces were the direct control under the British rule, but princely states were under the control. Princely states are ruled by the Rajas and Nawabs, and these Raja and Nawabs were taking these Raja and Nawabs are ruling under the British. They take the authority of British. They follow the authority of British. Okay class, so the first challenge is nation building. After the independence, how India will merge this princely state into India, how our leaders like Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, B.P. Menon, and all the nationalist leaders, how they conclude, how they merged this princely state into a union territory. And class, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, and he was a prominent leader of those time, was take the responsibility of merging the princely state into India. And Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was take all the policy, like sometime he give some सब मतलब कुछ राज्यों को भारत में जोड़ने के लिए सीधे जो लालच दिया, किसी को थोड़ा सा कन्विंस किया, समझाया। सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल ने किसी को थोड़ा सा डराना पड़ा कुछ राजाओं को इंडिया में जोड़ने के लिए। और कहीं कहीं सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल was using आर्मी, उनको आर्मी भी यूज़ करना पड़ा। लाइक इन द केस ऑफ हैदराबाद and Junagadh, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was sent the army, and Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was also want to solve the problem of Kashmir by using the army, but under the pressure of some other prominent leader of our Indian politics, he was not successful to fully merging of Jammu and Kashmir in our country. And this was a big blunder. Now till today we are facing the problem of Kashmir and Kashmir related violence. Plus, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, he was the first deputy Prime Minister, and he was also a Home Minister. He was the first Deputy Prime Minister and Home Minister of our independent India, and he was playing a very good role of merging princely state into a union territory. Okay, class, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was come into focus after during the freedom struggle, like Kheda Satyagraha in 1918 and during the Bardoli Satyagraha in 1928. He was become a prominent leader in our during the freedom struggle. And now after the independence, he was take the responsibility of merging 565 princely state with the India, and he was using his diplomatic and his foresightness, his method to dealing the princely state was a very nice and very diplomatic. And about the merging of this princely state in India, his view was very clear. He was not ready to compromise with any Rajas and Nawabs, and he was not always ready to compromise. But sometime Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel ने किसी को थोड़ा कन्विंस किया, किसी को थोड़ा सा लालच, किसी को थोड़ा सा डराना पड़ा उनको, किसी को अब कुछ ऐसे राजा और नवाब के जैसे हैदराबाद का निज़ाम एंड जूनागढ़, और तो यहाँ पर उनको मिलिट्री का यूज़ करना पड़ा। और राजा बोधचरण, तो सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल ने अपने डिप्लोमेटिक, अपने जो कन्वेंस का जो तरीका था, उससे वो मोस्ट ऑफ द प्रिंसली स्टेट को आज़ादी मिलने तक जो है भारत में आने के लिए उन्होंने तैयार कर दिया था। और इस तरह से एक बड़े देश को इस्टेब्लिश करने में हिज रोल वाज अ वेरी इम्पॉर्टेंट आफ्टर द इंडिपेंडेंस एंड during the freedom struggle. Okay, class. Okay, class. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel uh, was not ready to compromise with any ruler or with any Nawab. So, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was one to use the army similarly, like in the case of Hyderabad and Junagadh. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was want to join the Jammu and Kashmir with the help of army. But during those period, some prominent leader like Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and some leaders were not giving support them, and so the fully merging of Jammu Kashmir was not possible on those time. Now it was become a big blunder for our country, and this problem was still Indians were feeling. They were not pacifying the Jammu and Kashmir till today. Class Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was known as NCR. Means he has three features like N for nationalist, C for catalyst, R for realistic. Means he was a leader. He was the leader with these features. Means Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel is the nationalist leader. He is the catalyst. Means he inspired our national movement, and also he inspired the integration of our country. And realistic means Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was always talking in near about real condition. Not he was very ideological like Mahatma Gandhi. He was not very ideological, but he was talking about the realistic situations. Okay, class. Class, the big challenge was making of a nation. India is a multicultural, multi-linguistic, multi-religion, multicultural country. India was a very diverse country. Different type of ethnic peoples, different types of scheduled tribals peoples are living in our country. Some were like Banwasi, Banjaris, and India was a very diverse country. So the first big challenge was to shaping a nation. How we can integrate these diversity into unity. अनेकता में एकता कैसे बनाए. This was the big challenge for India. Unity integrity, unity and integrity for our country. Some leaders, some others in the world were talking that India would not be remain as a united nation because India was a diverse country. India बिखर जाएगा, विविधताओं से भरा हुआ, ऐसा लोग कुछ सोचते थे. But India was remain united by adopting a principle of secularism, equality, fraternity. These are the things which provide opportunity for human beings to live together, to tolerate to other religion and cultural communities. So the first big challenge was to shape a nation. How we can shape a nation which was very diverse. Their language, culture, their traditions are different from one to each other. So it was a big challenge how India would integrate this portion of this different type of people under a one nation. So the first challenge was to shape a nation. India has more than 500 princely states. So how can the government of India integrate these princely states, and what was the planning? What will be the planning? this was the challenge for India. Initially, there was a demand for a separate state also. So there was a fear of secessionist. They were wanted to. Uh, they were wanted to divide the India. Okay. Okay, class. Now come on the another challenge. The second challenge is to establish the democracy. Second challenge is to establish our democracy. Look, class, the next big challenge was to establish a democracy. The next big challenge is to establish democracy. India was a country where so many Rajas, Nawabs were ruling in a different part of our country, and how India was adopted the idea of democracy, and which was an idea which was coming from the Western countries, which are coming in our India with the help of Britishers. So the second challenge was to establish a democracy. Our India have a experience of a parliamentary form of government with the Britishers, because during the colonial period, Britishers were introduced the parliamentary system in India. So this was a challenge कि after the independent India क्या India इस पार्लियामेंट्री सिस्टम को ठीक ढंग से इंडिया में लागू कर पाएगा, बिकॉज देयर वर सो मेनी राजाज एंड नवाब्स, क्या उनको ऐसा वो करने देंगे। तो यह चुनौती थी कि इंडिया में डेमोक्रेसी में से रूल ऑफ पीपल को कैसे इस्टेब्लिश किया जाए, राजा महाराजा को कैसे समझाया जाए, कन्विंस किया जाए कि वह अपनी चीज़ों को छोड़ दें, एंड रूल ऑफ पीपल डेमोक्रेसी यानी जनता का शासन कैसे स्थापित होगा, इस तरह के ढांचा को कैसे तैयार करें। तो यह चुनौती थी कि टू इस्टेब्लिश अ डेमोक्रेसी, कैसे चुनाव कराया जाएगा, बिकॉज वी हैव नॉट आइडिया अबाउट द इलेक्शन, एंड देयर इज दैट ऑन दैट टाइम दैट वाज अ वेरी टफ टास्क इन इंडिया। तो हाउ we arrange election in our country, and in Indian government was set up a election commission. So Sri Kumar Sen was the first election commissioner, and our India was trying to arrange election which was free and fair. And the first election in 1951, result was very positive. Indian National Congress was a very popular leader, and political Indian National Congress was a very popular political party, and he was won major of the seat in the first, second, and third election after the independence, and Congress system was dominating during the initial era after the independence. Someone is talking कि डेमोक्रेसी वेस्टर्न कंट्रीज़ के लिए अच्छा होता है, डेमोक्रेसी लिटरेट कंट्री के लिए अच्छा होता है, इंडिया जैसे पिछड़े और इलिटरेट नेशन के लिए नहीं है। बट आवर लीडर वर चूजिंग द टफेस्ट पाथ विच वॉज वेरी टफ, कि जनता का शासन जनता के लिए हो, एंड आवर लीडर्स वर चूजिंग द हार्ड टफ, our leader was choosing the hard way, and they were organize election with the help of election commissioner, and many elections were successfully organized. And initially, the Indian National Congress was established in all the elections, but after the situation was changed in 19 after 1967, the situation was changed, and India was established a democracy after each 5 year. India was arranged the election, and parliamentary form of government was India adopted, and we are allowed of universal adult franchise right to vote for everyone, man, woman, rich, poor, black, white. Right to vote is available for everyone on vote time. So we are following the path of democracy, and we are prove that India is able to establish democracy in our country. Okay, class. Now your next challenge is to ensure the development of society. To ensure the development of society, not only some section. It was related to entire. Basically, it was focused for the disadvantaged groups. Okay, and the peoples who are backward. Okay. So third challenge to establish the development of society. Class, the third challenge to ensure the development and well-being of the entire society, not for only some section. We are focusing on basically on the disadvantaged groups, the people who are backward, who are scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, and due to some historical region, they were not got the benefit of the development. Okay, to ensure the development and well-being of the entire society, this was the third challenges. How India, due to historical reasons, we have problems like caste system. Women's were also not got the proper place. So how India was doing well-being for the disadvantaged groups who not got the benefit due to historical reason, and women also. So we have a third challenge is to ensure the development of disadvantaged groups like scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, and women who are due to historical reason they were not got the place in the society. So the third challenge is to development of entire society. The people who are margin the society, how the government was making the plan, how the government was giving the reservation, how the government was using the policy to support this backward people. This was the third challenges. How we doing the welfare of entire community, basically scheduled caste, scheduled tribes peoples, disadvantaged peoples, and physically and mentally disabled peoples. So this was a big challenge. How we make the development of how we make the development for a country for these peoples. How we create the employment. How we make the production, and how we can provide the consumer an opportunity to select different things. So the government want the production of different things for the development of entire society. Our government was using the directive principle of state policy, and our government was making a plan for reducing the poverty in our country. Our government was making 5-year plan for the development of the country.